What up, YouTube? It's your boy Pedro back with another lovely episode of Coffees with Streamers. This time, I really can't even say this time more. We are back with our good friend DJPera, who's always more than willing to jump in at a moment's notice because she just loves this kind of stuff. And this time, we're talking about something that we've all kind of acknowledged when you kind of look at all the people we all hang out with on Twitch. We're talking about the body that makes us. Really, all the different skills, the game choices, what kind of makes our small little Christian community work, and how we kind of offer all those together as one gift for one purpose, which is, of course, sharing the gospel. So, of course, join in that conversation. If you like that discussion and love this Coffees with Streamer series, hit that like button. If you want to see more of that, hit that subscribe button to get more content from my Twitch channel. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoy and you have yourselves a blessed day. What up, DJ? How are you?
What up, Pedro?
So, y'all, you know how it's going to work, dude. We're going to go ahead and turn on the camera now. You know that, right?
Yes, I know that. I'm tired today, dude. Look at my eyes, dude. I'm dead.
Why are you tired for?
I went to bed at 1 in the morning. That's why.
Why did you do that?
Because I couldn't fall asleep.
Okay, that's fair. Hang on, let me move the camera so it actually looks like we're doing a Discord chat. So, oh yeah, yeah,
looks
that's
like
it.
You don't have issues.
I know, right? The one and only. Well, it's not issues. This is what happens when you have a camera that for some
You've got
reason.
issues.
There is a minor one. It's a stupid issue, but it's a minor one.
Big
But
issues.
yes, they are. Oh man, that light
I
is
know.
bright. Good. That
It's
was too
so
bright
bright.
for.
You
That
want
was
me
too
to show
bright
you?
for me.
Wait.
So
This is it. Incoming. Hold up. It's stuck.
I mean,
But here you go.
that is
It's
that
light.
is. Gotcha. Don't just flash it at me, D. Why? Yeah, it's early for me too, man. So here's the thing. So for the others y'all don't know, I was given I'll just fit your face cam on your logo. You're not wrong, man. So here's the deal why I have to do that. So I was given a free GoPro about right when I started streaming. And it's like the GoPro 10, the newest version, brand new. And so when I decided to okay, someone said freeze. I thought, wait, did something freeze for a bit? So, but for some reason, when the GoPro webcam app goes with the new version, it doesn't actually work. Like, it's the weirdest thing. When you get the up-to-date software, the webcam fails to work. And so you have to get the, yeah, but since it's not the up-to-date one, it fails to work with Discord. So I'm like, oh, well, it is what it is. So, but this is a small price to pay, the way I look at it. So.
It'd be what it be.
Okay. Oh, he was talking about the Dabster was talking about the light. That's funny. Okay, now I get you. He was all like freeze. I was like, because when police shine a light in you.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at you being Miss Authority over here.
Playing my. There I'm at.
All right, so DJ, we got two questions for you today that everybody watching wants to know. Everybody has been messaging. They're probably messaging you, and I think this is a very important question.
Messaging me. He's saying, "Oh, I'm looking at you. Hi, Uncle Izzy."
That's hilarious. I love it. So here's my question: when is the Spider-Man gaming chair getting here?
It's here. I'm sitting on it, man.
Is it here?
Yeah,
dude, yes. I love
Hold
it.
up,
It is. Look at that. Okay, yeah, I can see that. I
point it down.
Look at that.
The beauty.
Look at that. Beauty. That's what's up. That is what's up there. I love it, DJ. I approve of this.
I approve of it.
All right, question
really cool.
number 2. Yeah, I remember you were buying. I remember you bought it, and I saw the chair. Yes. I saw the chair, and it was red, and I was like, maybe I just never noticed you had a red gaming chair. I don't know.
I didn't have a gaming chair.
Okay, well, welcome to the club. How are you liking it? Okay, comfort-wise, really that's the question.
10 out of 10. Look, Pedro, look. I'm gonna go to my basement, right?
All right.
See ya.
Oh my god. Oh man, that's rich. I love it. All right, now question 2. Question 2. The chat needs to know. This is important. So question number 2. Where do we get quality juice boxes?
Your local grocery store using code DJPera. Just kidding. I'm not.
Oh my god, that was great response. So here that guy.
Dude, sorry. The teacher has in the picture. I'm sorry. I'm gonna dox you real quick. Teacher has in the whiteboard. Mike is never happy. Can you explain?
Because I'm a miserable person who's always just angry. That's
Mike
why.
is never happy, dude.
I am never. That is.
What are the odds?
I am never happy, but I have the joy of Jesus in my life. That is how it works right there.
Let's go.
Anyway, so like we said, for total marketing ploy right here, go to your local grocery store or local online delivery and use code DJPera at DJPera underscore.
I wish I had sponsored
Yeah,
it.
and you will.
I want to get sponsored either by boba or by juice boxes.
All I could say is if, excuse me, wow. All I could say is Trolley Gummy Worms. If you're looking for a sponsor, I am your guy. Like, I will.
100%. He's also your
I'm
main
your number one
buyer. Yeah.
I am your number one fan, and it's funny. I was talking to a guy at church the other day, and I told him how I buy the big family size. He's like, "Why?" I go, "Bro, they last you like 2.5 weeks," and now he's doing the exact same thing. So, Dabster Place. Okay, there's something I'd love. This is a great icebreaker for the morning. So, everyone, if you had to be sponsored by somebody, who would it be? Dabster's like, I shall be sponsored by Doritos. He's like, Doritos one day. I believe it.
Honestly, dude, in one stream, I got like 3 people to buy boba. Like, it's not even funny. Like, I would be a great sponsor.
I believe it. I definitely believe it.
10 out of 10 sponsor. Plus, I buy boba every time. Dude, I get allowance, boom, it's gone.
Yeah, if I had to choose only one, though, if it had to be Dr. Pepper and gummy worms, trolley gummy worms, it'd probably be Dr. Pepper. Uncle Ezzy says Oreos. I dig it. Uncle Ezzy's got some good taste. That's all I gotta say. Uncle Ezzy got some.
Ezzy's great.
Oh yeah, cool. He got some good taste, man. Dabster too with the Doritos. I say, like I said, either Dr. Pepper or Trolley gummy worms. If I had to pick, probably Dr. Pepper. Like, no worries. But probably the more realistic.
But imagine how cool it would be to have free boba. Like, I wouldn't have to waste my allowance anymore.
He said, okay,
like the minute I get my allowance, I just spend all of it in boba. And by all of it, I mean it's just one boba, because like I get $5.
I spend mine on video games. That's what I do. Video games and rent. And I just paid rent, so I'm not happy.
Video games but that's not allowance, though. You don't get allowance. You get paid.
Yeah, I know.
See, I don't use my Twitch payouts for boba, otherwise I wouldn't have any money.
I haven't gotten my first Twitch payout yet, but it's coming.
Oh.
I know, right? It's coming.
Hype.
I'm like, man.
Hype.
I know, right? That you know what I'm gonna do with that Twitch payout? I'm probably gonna buy a new car.
What?
You think I have that? Yeah, you think I have that kind of money? You think my channel's that big right now? No, I am very content with our community.
Like,
so...
huh? Like, I mean, I figured you had like a lot saved up, and then just $100 would just be like, easy help.
Honestly, that $100 is probably gonna go right back into the stream. Either gonna be a new game or a new piece of hardware. I've been looking at some new lighting that I can possibly get. A couple things. By the way, on a side note, totally unrelated. Speaking of new lighting, I don't know if y'all see what her shades did to her lighting setup. It looks fantastic.
I did not. I haven't noticed, but I did raid her last night.
Oh, it's like, bro, if you check her out, she got like some cheap floodlights. Her whole backside behind her is like totally chill vibes. Like, that's what I try to do here, but it really didn't quite work out. But that's okay, though, because this is what happens when you get cheap. So,
I don't have LED lights. I just have Christmas lights that I stole from my mother.
Yours works for you. I actually really like yours, in all honesty. Like, I really think yours.
I like my setup. I think it's pretty cool. I just wish I had LED lights instead of this thing.
Oh, yeah. Mine are like, because I have a bunch of overhead lights in my apartment, but I don't use overhead lamps. So I just went to, like, my local Home Depot, and I got a bunch of, and I just got a bunch of those, like, automatic colored ones that you change with the remote.
Sure.
And I just turned those on. And they work. Like, it actually works for the most part. It's not as bright as I'd like it to be, but it does work. But I noticed that, and I was like, okay. And I'm looking at a couple things that I might put in the corner. The biggest thing is I want the Funko Pops to be colored, and the lights don't do that. But we'll get there one day.
It's just LED lights are a good bit of money. Like, it's not like something that I can't afford. I can't afford it. It's just, it costs money, and it costs time to set them up. So I was like, whatever.
That's true. I get it. Dapster Play said, when I reset up stream setup, I want to do a color background. I've been wanting to rather than a green screen, but my last setup was hard to do, and I'm excited for that. Hey, man, that's true, man. I get that. I remember when I first started streaming, I had a green screen. That's what I used, and it worked. It was like one of those ones you clip on your chair, and I'm actually trying to give it away right now just because I'm not using it anymore. It's just sitting here. And I was like, I put it on like one of the marketplaces on the internet. I go, hey, if anyone wants it, I'll give it to you for $10. That's half off. But if it's like one of my other friends who are trying to stream here, I'm like, I'll just give it to you. I just don't want it anymore. So it's fun. It's fun in the beginning. The green screen is fun in the beginning. But eventually you kind of want to like help this, you want to design your own little space. Like, this is my little area. This is what I want. And I'm like, this is my zone. Nobody touch it.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Uncle Izzy. I'm waiting for my apartment for more customization flexibility. Amen. That's what I did, man. That's what I did when I got my own apartment. That's when I'm like, you know what? I'm putting the Funkos behind me. That's gonna be the new stream zone, man. And I like it. I like it so much more than the previous one. So where you just had my kitchen behind me, just a gaping black hole of nothing.
I enjoyed the kitchen. Like it was a fun sight.
It wasn't you couldn't see it. You would know it's my kitchen.
See it, yes.
I mean, maybe my coffee machine. That's about it. Like,
it was fun.
Yeah,
I remember it.
Yeah, it forced me to clean my kitchen. That's the thing. It actually forced me to clean it because, like, the last thing I want y'all to see was, like, all my dishes and everything.
That's funny.
Oh, gosh. Let's see. Okay, so enough of that. Let's go ahead and get into the verses for today. So this one is going to be a little more... This is going to be all over the place, and this is why I'm actually glad we got DJ in this one today for sure.
Boy. So, why? Because I'm not all over the place?
Well, no, actually, one, because you are all over the place, and two, because you're a mod, and we're probably going to be doing shout-outs today. So, a lot of shout-outs,
So you just want me to work? You want me to work and replace? All right, boss. Where are my 2 jelly beans at?
You know, let me give once again a great shout-out for DJPera for being just the one. So I was talking about you the other day. I was like, you know, like one of my mods, I love her to death, is that because every time she shouts somebody out, she automatically shouts herself out as well, like immediately.
This is just funny when I do.
Oh no, it's hilarious, and I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I think it's so funny when you do that. So we're gonna be opening up First Chronicles chapter 22, verse 15. I'll be reading this from the ESV version of the Bible. Where is that verse? There it is. Okay, right here. So. It says, verse 15, you have an abundance of workmen, stone cutters, masons, carpenters, and all kinds of craftsmen without number skilled in working, gold, silver, bronze, and iron. Arise and work, the Lord be with you. So what I like about this verse, I'm going to read it one more time. You have an abundance of workmen, stone cutters, masons, carpenters, and all kinds of craftsmen without number, skilled in working, gold, silver, bronze, and iron. Arise and work. The Lord be with you. Like I said, Dabster, it is First Chronicles chapter 22, verses 15 and 16. We're going to put that one in the chat. So,
I don't know how to spell.
Which word? Chronicles? That is C-H-R.
I don't know English spelling, my guy. I don't know my letters.
Oh boy. I don't know how to help you after that. I only know English spelling. Yeah, I only know English spelling, in all honesty. I don't know any others.
There we go.
I was like, oh, okay, cool. We got it. Sweet. Look at that.
I scrolled up to all the way when you sent me that last night.
Okay, now you're good. So, like, this is what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of in the
look,
description.
it's a calculator.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, I see that. Thank you for sharing.
I'm in a face.
Keep in mind, everyone, DJ is 17 years old, so
shut up.
Calculators are still fun to her.
Oh, I'm having so much fun with my calculator, bro.
It's all good. We all used to have those moments, like in high school, we get like our graphing calculators. We'd play games on them. But anywho,
graphing calculator. I didn't have. I have.
Yeah, we had to have specific ones. So anywho, so what I like about this verse when I was going through it last night is the different like crafts that you see. Worksmen, stone cutters, all these different people are very, very different. They're all, do it, but they're all doing work of the Lord at the end of the day. She needs her daily juice box, indeed. So they're all doing, and everything they're doing is pure gold. They're, wow, jeez. This is getting intense over here in the chat. They're all doing great works. Like it's listed in there. They're doing gold, silver, bronze, and iron, all these precious metals that are coming out of it. And when I'm reading that, lately something that's been really heavy on my mind when I'm going through chat, especially like this week, I took the entire first half of the week off. Just because that's how my schedule turned out. I had a lot going on, which is great. 2 baseball games and church stuff. Awesome stuff. So when I'm looking at everything and seeing how things were working, I was like, man, I think of like your channel, Dabster's channel, Shade's channel, Gilbert's channel, Sinna's Prayers channel, and like Lily PhD's channel. All these people who I'm interacting with on the regular. And we keep going. Next Gem Kev, FBI Joshi, all these guys. And if you look at
Uncle Ezzy.
Yeah, and does Uncle Ezzy stream?
Yes, he does.
I did not know that you streamed. Okay, I'll have to check you out sometime. I'm going to go ahead and give him a follow, like, right now.
Go follow right now. So, shout out to Uncle Ezzy, bro.
Shout out to
here.
Yeah, I'm actually following you right now, bro. Like, I got my phone out. We pulling out. It's
Uncle
happening.
Ezzy.
Yeah, we definitely going to give this dude see what's up there. But yeah, I did not know he streamed. I've interacted with him a few times actually, but I did not know that.
Most of the time he's eating ice cream on stream, so that's fun.
That is good to know. That is good. Okay, cool. Just followed him. So just got you, bro. Just got you. So
also,
anywho,
I considered wearing my tuxedo today as well, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wear casual. Casual.
I wear what I always wear when I stream, white t-shirt, just because.
I mean, this is a white t-shirt. It's just over the thingy.
True. So, but anywho, so like I'll just say, so we got that out of the way. So I'm thinking of all these people, and we're all doing the same thing. We've talked about some Moontime. We're all streaming to share the gospel. We're all, trying to represent Christ the best way we can. That's something we're all doing, but we're all doing it in such different ways. Like none of our channels are even remotely similar. Like, let's be honest here. Like, very few of them have anything. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, I just see that. All right. Well, we'll be right back, everybody. Give me a second. This will be fun. Okay, hang on. I gotta get her. Oh boy.
This is hilarious, dude. I love interrupting Pedro. It's so funny. Anyways, what's going on, chat? How's it going? Good to see you. Oh, there he comes.
The hardest part is getting her here. That's the hardest part, is just getting her here. After that's redeemed, I have to find her. Yeah, I have to find her and just trying to find a way to, like, get her in. That's the hardest part. And look at her. She was, like, dead asleep on the couch. She is not a morning person at all. She is not a fan of that at all.
Chicken butt Ezra.
Huh? What was that?
I said chicken butt Ezra.
Okay, gotcha. So, it's actually a she. Willie is a she, in case y'all did not know. We just named her Willie just because, whatever. Get her some coffee. Yeah, she is not a fan of that. Thought about it. You need coffee, girl? Do you? Hang on. Maybe we could try that.
Don't give her coffee.
She will not even drink it. I could tell you right now, just from looking at that.
POV giving dog a coffee.
She ain't going to. But anywho, like I was just saying here, we all, like, have such drastically. Oh yeah, she is not about that. We have such drastically different channels. Like, all of us do such different things, and it's all for the same cause. And and all I can think is, I look at the parallel of, like, the body of Christ, how we're all, like, when you look at a church, for example, like, especially when you look at serving in a church, everybody's doing their gifts for the good of the church. Everyone's doing it for the good of the body. So, like, these are the things, like, I noticed in that. I was like, man. And that's something that's been so cool. And that's why I love, like, watching people in AOG and how AOG is always growing. Because that's something else that I can't offer that someone else can for the good of the mission. Or someone joins GFC, becomes a new creator for GFC. Same thing. Like, what is your opinion on that, dude? Today.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Tone down.
I clearly, I was like, so what is your take on that, DJ? How do you, like, how is your thing? Feel free to disagree. Like, that's just something I've noticed, because, like, all of our channels are, like, so different. Like, it's so funny,
I agree,
but it's so
they're
cool.
all different. It's quite hilarious. I'm more, like, family friendly, kid friendly, and all that stuff. Mainly because my little cousins watch my streams as well sometimes, and they complain that it's all in English. But what while you are over here playing some scary games, doing more mature stuff that I wouldn't want my little cousins watching.
It's funny because, like, your channel specifically was the one I thought of, one of the many I thought of, because you do a lot of community games, but a lot of the kids you play with are literally kids. They're literally kids. Like, when I do community games, it's like most people close to my age, or at least like 18 or older. Like, you are literally playing.
Age gap.
You have a huge age gap with yours. I think that's awesome, personally. Yeah,
I do enjoy it. I think it's really fun, especially when there's 3 people in my chat that have the same name, Ryan. Coffee Kid, yeah, that's real 5. But Ryan, there's Big Ryan who's like 37. There's Middle Ryan who's 14, and there's Little Ryan who's 12. So it's funny. It's always like I have to say big, middle, or little, because they're all named Ryan.
That would throw me through such a loop, in all honesty. Like, that really would throw me through such a loop. I wouldn't even know how to handle it. I'd be like, nope, no, thank you.
Big, middle, small. Like, and Little Ryan doesn't like being small. He's, like, really sassy type of kid. So he'll be like, I'm not small. I'm like, yeah, right.
That's hilarious. I love it. That is so funny to me.
It
Oh
is.
yeah, but like there's so many different things about that. Like I think that's great. Dabster just put a second ago is like we're all blessed with different gifts from God, so that we work together in the body of Christ and be one body. Like especially like when you look at Twitch streamers, like let's be honest, we've all done it. If you say you've never done it, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna say like you need to go repent right now of your sins of treachery and lying, because of like when you first started, we all went to YouTube. We all went to YouTube like, hey, how do I grow? What are some techniques? What are some things I can do? And they all like,
Actually, no. I went to
I'm
YouTube just to find out how to set it up, but after that, I didn't go to YouTube anymore. I didn't do it to like grow. I did it to just how to set it up because I was just doing it for fun.
I definitely call shenanigans there.
Dude, what? Like I haven't Googled how do I blow up on Twitch or stuff like that. You know?
Well, for starters,
I've Googled that. I've
that's
Googled
not a
how to
thing.
set up things, not
Y-
like
Yeah,
not
you
like how
see,
to break the algorithm.
let's see. Let's see. Dash like I did YouTube videos first, then went to Twitch and stuff like that. Yeah, I think what I did was more of like how to set up, but then at the same time, it kind of like the recommended came to like try these tips, try this tip, try this. Like a lot of it was kind of like hey, face cam stuff or like how to use it, especially because I started on the console. But they gave some really handy tips. They all kind of did little techniques you could do, like hey, face cams actually are a good thing. Look at the lighting in the background, stuff like that. These are things that we all kind of did in the beginning. I'm gonna let Willie down because now she's like ready. She's like, nah, dude, I ain't about this.
Yeah.
Thanks, Will. Appreciate you, girl. But yeah, but when you go, I kind of lost my train of thought, but I had a point I was gonna make with that.
You were
It's
talking about
well, like when
now
you
I
look
lost.
at, oh yeah, when you look at all those videos and stuff, all those guys, they all kind of tell you the generic same thing. They all kind of tell you like, oh, do this. But then as you get into Twitch, you kind of realize that's not really how it works. Like everyone just kind of like you kind of could tell people are doing this generic, hey, do this to grow. And a
Yeah.
lot more is like when you get comfortable and kind of letting your personality flow, that's where things really come into play. Like that's where you really see channel growth. Like that's really the bit
Yeah,
where it
people
comes
don't
in.
watch Twitch that much for the content. They do it more for the people. Because it's like if you want a content, you go to YouTube. You will watch a YouTube video. You
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't watch a stream because the whole thing about a stream is interacting with chat. It's having a community. It's interacting with the person that's behind the camera, and that's what most people want. And that's what
Exactly.
they get. Like,
And that's where like the skills that we all have kind of come into play. Like that's definitely where those come in. Like I, for example, like if kids were to come into my chat and want to play like Fortnite with me, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Like I wouldn't know. I'd be like, so that new Spider-Man movie. Like I would have
that's
no
what their
idea.
idea was. Most time kids will talk about that what they want to talk, and I just go with the flow.
Let's see.
Like we'll go how was your day, and then they'll start telling me like they talk weird depending on what their age is, but like it's like they don't know pauses. So they'll talk about everything from the day, like, well, I woke up and I ate breakfast, and then I went to school, and then I did this, and then I did that. So like they don't have like pauses; they just go.
Oh yeah, totally. Like I agree. Dabster has a lot of good points he just brought up. He said you could definitely tell people wanted to do it to just grow, and then he said usually people who want content will go to big time streamers. I agree. People go to streams just wanting community. That really is the
Yeah,
majority of Twitch. That really is like you see more small communities than anything else, which I think that's kind of more ideal. But I think that's the challenge of being like so-called a Christian streamer is putting that
yeah,
tag on like we do is because we repeatedly are trying to put our attention on something else when Twitch is very big, like everything else is very big. Look at me. Look what I'm doing. Look at like these things. Like I was talking
hmm
to a friend about this just on Tuesday night. We went to the Rangers game. We're talking about my Twitch channel. He asked questions about it. And that was something he said. First thing he said, I can't be a Twitch streamer because I'm not good enough at any game to be there. I'm like, for starters, like no one actually watches Twitch to see like really good games or like really good gameplay. Like, I mean, very, very few
yeah.
people do. They like the person behind it. He said, what about Dr. Disrespect? I go, dude, that is a prime example of people who watch this guy. And he's a great gamer. I'll give him that. I've seen him do
hmm
things. He is awesome.
Willie,
But he is like one of the funniest people I've ever seen. And I think that's where, and I said, it's the personality. And that's like, oh, wow, it is that. It's totally that. So, and I think that's kind of the challenge of being that we're
yeah,
trying to direct our, and that's where like, you see the different, like, how our channels kind of do our things. I only watched a compilation of him. My cousin's a big fan of Dr. Disrespect, and made me watch a bunch of his, like, little compilation videos that he does. So he it's funny. I'll give him that. It is funny. Raw. I don't know what that means.
No, there's no way you said it like that.
I don't.
No, are you Hispanic, bro?
Oh, is he saying Raul?
Raul, yeah.
Okay, I don't know how to spell it. That's it.
Come
Yeah, I just don't.
on, bro.
I just didn't know how to spell it. My bad. Dang, give me a break.
It's like one time one of my friends said Josie instead of Jose.
Wow, that is bad. That's bad.
You were worse though, bro.
I just didn't know what he was saying. I didn't know how to spell it. That's it. Yeah, I just didn't know how to spell. My bad. Dang, give me a break. Jeez, dang. I know the name anyways. But anywho, so that's kind of the thing. Like, I really want to talk about just seeing like the different, and that's where like I really want to talk about, like, not diss anybody. Of course, no, we're not doing that. But that's kind of the thing. Like, today I want to open the floor, especially because you're like, we've both been around the block a little bit. We've both gotten pretty connected with the community. You more so than me of that, and just some of like the cool things that we've definitely seen. So I'm just being for real. Like, you're definitely more so than me. Like, I get too busy, and there's been times where streaming is to put on hold, so I know that. So like, yeah. So what are your thoughts on that? Just some of the things like you've seen out there.
I think I agree with Dabs. Like he says, it's obvious when someone does it for the growth. Personally, I always say, and this is like my saying, I created this: the day I blow up is the day I retire. Because I know it'll either get to my head or I won't enjoy it. So either way, it would be a dead end for me. Like, if I blow up and people start going crazy about me, I feel like that would be the day that I retire. Like, I don't want to get to that point. And
I'd retire 6 months later.
Not 6 months later, like instantly. Like, I had one opportunity I had. It was when I was streaming and someone rated me with like 100 or something people, and I was like, what? And that's how I realized that I truly don't enjoy that, because like I was here playing Fortnite with like Max and stuff, and I look over and chat's just blowing up, and I can't read anyone's chat. I can't pay attention to them. I can't give them the attention that I want to give them. So it was really hard. I couldn't even read follower requests. Like I couldn't do anything. It was like my brain just stopped working because of how saturated it was. It was just full of people. Was that the picture? Yes, it was. It was just so full of people, and it was cool. It was cool. But then I thought about it. I was like, that was not enjoyable. At least not for me that much. Not for the viewers, because they weren't getting the attention that they wanted. So it's just it's hard.
That's a great point, DJ. I didn't even think about that, in all honesty.
It's like everyone wants your attention, and you want to give them your attention, but your brain can't work that fast. Chat's just going. Like especially when someone rates, it's like everyone's spamming rate, so then I can't even read the people's names. Like I couldn't read the follow like notifications because they were broken. Like, it started like going way too fast. And everything was just happening, and it was like your brain just kind of exploded, and you were just there going with the flow.
You know, it's funny, because like it's funny you say that, because there's actually I do what's called like an annual cleaning, where like I go through, like, let's say channels I've been there's people I haven't interacted with in a while, and some of them, and I'm happy for them. I'm generally happy for them that when I first started watching on Twitch, they were small communities, and now they've grown to the point where I do feel like, okay, it's kind of hard to keep up, and it's nearly not enjoyable for me anymore. So I've unfortunately had to unfollow, not mentioning any of them by name, of course, and I wish them nothing but the best. I really do wish them nothing but the best. But like, that's a great point, and that's something I've thought about as well, because that's like the fun part of like Twitch streaming for me, is being able to interact with. I call like when my boss and stuff talks about the Twitch channel, something I'm very vocal about with them is like, look, I'm not playing games, I'm hanging out with my friends. That's what it is for me. It's the growing and stuff, that's awesome. And I don't look at it as, ooh, I'm growing for the sake of it. It's like, no, I'm getting to meet new people, and I'm being able to hang out with more people. I'm being able to make more of an impact in that way, if God allows me to in some cases. That's always, if the Lord allows it. I know. Let's see. Dapster says,
Dapster, you crashed, my brain crashed.
The Bible says something about it. Our fruit will be known, and it's often easy to tell when they do it for the benefit rather than the purpose. Dapster, I get that. A big raid one time before was hard to respond. It also stream crashed. Ooh, wow, that is intense. I have not heard that yet. That's wild though. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If my channel got big and blew up, I would definitely retire 6 months later. I'm getting that payout first. Like, I'm gonna get that payout first before I retire. Like, if it's happening, I'm like, well, I'm gonna enjoy the fruits of it before I go. Like, it's like the esports gamers who go pro for a year and they're like, I'm good, and then they just stream full time. But that's a whole other thing. It's adaptions. I enjoy the community rather than the content. I agree. And something I think's been super encouraging is, that lately that stick, we've all been saying it to encourage each other, is that if you're averaging above 10 viewers a stream, you're in the top 2% of Twitch. For one, some people look at that as, oh my gosh, that's how competitive Twitch is. I think that's super encouraging because I just do a little bit of basic math after that. I'm like, oh, that means I'm here and I'm here. Like, I think it's like super encouraging to see that. And of course, evangelizing. Yeah, the evangelizing is the big thing. Let's talk about Dapster's channel for a bit, actually. Let's do that. Since we're talking about the different things we all do. Yes, Dapster, we're going to compliment on you, of course. Something I generally love about Dapster is his channel is it's obvious how community focused he is. Like, let's be honest here, more so than most people. Like, the way you and Paris and Brittany, all y'all run GFC together and how y'all connect so many different people. Y'all are on a mission to do that. That is such a great skill that you guys have perfected. I wouldn't even say like y'all dropped the ball, because looking at GFC and how it's probably one, in my opinion, I don't know, Kathy, you would know better than I would. It's one of the biggest Christian servers I've seen on Twitch, and I just think that's awesome. Like, that's just me. I mean,
it is pretty big.
Yeah, so let's continue just talking about. For those of y'all don't know, just check out Dapster's channel. Awesome dude. Like, I know right now he's taking. Yeah, okay. DJ's got it. Check him out next time he's online. He is super big into Valorant right now. Also plays Overwatch, Rocket League. This guy is awesome to death. Let's see. And the whole 50-50 cut with Twitch gets people riled up. It doesn't really affect me because it's not what it's about. Agree. I definitely agree. But that's something I really love about like Dapster. It's so obvious how community focused, especially because you could see it outside the stream. Like, something I love about Dapster, like, just gonna be real, is you're very big, and I don't think it's a bad thing at all, is you always call people by a first name first. I mean, I'm the exception because I'm like, hey, I prefer to be called Pedro online, and you respect that. But, like, everybody else, like, when Sticks goes, hey, Ben, how's it going? DJ, hey, Kathy. Like, he always knows, like, everybody. And that speaks volumes about you as a person. That really does speak volumes about who you are, just how, like, how caring you are about people. They're not just names to you. It's like, okay, I'm going to take the time to remember this person. What do you think? What do you think? Why do you love Dapster, DJ?
He's great. He's a cool guy. He's a good friend. I think it's really cool. It's just his overall positivity. I can speak. His overall positivity is really good, and he encourages people. And always when like someone either says they're doing bad, like they're not having a good day, or they're going through some struggle, he always gives biblical advice, which is something really hard to like sometimes do, because sometimes we go more for a worldly advice instead of a biblical one. And I think it's really respectful that he actually gives biblical advice.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So for those, this is going to be one of those where we're always going to be talking about, like, everybody's streams, like, just the things we've seen of just people who are, all just doing it for the glory, like, the big things that make their channel unique. Of course, these are all, like, those things. Like, something I saw the other day, I have another stream who of course, Dapster, yeah, we love you, bro. You hope you know that. So, there's one who, it was so freaking hilarious. It was one streamer, like, I'm not going to mention their name. I don't think they're even here right now, so it doesn't matter. They're, like, a super bubbly person. They're super, like, always, like, hype. That's a big character trait there. I'm not quite like that. I try to pretend I'm not, but I'm really not. Let's be honest here. Like, something when I tuned into their stream once, they had a straight up dance party going on. Like, I do, like, the confetti thing as a joke. They were straight up, like, going with it, man. Like, they were, like, singing along to it. It was, like, a 5-minute thing. And it was a lot of fun to watch. And I don't normally tune into stuff like that. And yes, this is a Christian streamer. I was like, man. I was like, and that's what kind of first got my whole, like, thing going of, like, someone who, like, is like, you know what? I know I'm a bubbly person. I like to have fun with this thing. And I'm going to bring it to the internet, man. I'm going to light it up and hope that, people receive Christ through that kind of thing. Like, these are the things that are just so much fun to see, if you ask me. And, of course, we got DJ, who is great at interacting with all these children. And they all say the funniest things, and she just goes with it.
How old are you? You can drink coffee?
Wait, what?
You don't remember that clip?
Oh, that's right. That's the one I was thinking of in my
How
head.
old are you? Can drink coffee?
I'm like, for starters, well, I had friends drinking coffee at 14, but that's a whole other issue right there. Like, yeah, I know that's concerning. That's like super concerning. I remember my cousin came to visit. My little cousin, she's little like 13 or 14, and she's like, Mike, you drink coffee? I'm like, yeah. She goes, could you drive me to Starbucks? I'm like, okay, hold up. You should be having OJ. Coffee is for big kids. Once you can drive.
Wow. Big
I don't.
kids, bro.
I know. Once you can drive. That's my rule. Once you can drive, then you're allowed to have coffee.
Bro, I can have coffee. Get out of here.
You can drive.
No, I can't.
Well, let me rephrase that. Once you're legal driving age in the United States, so 16.
In the United States, specifically.
Yeah, because then, yeah, that's what I mean. Because then at that point, you kind of need it. It's a safety hazard at that point.
It's a safety hazard.
Yeah, like, I'm going to be honest. If I have no sleep whatsoever and I got to drive, especially my valet job, that's how I got addicted to coffee. I'm like, if I don't drink this, I could die.
Victory screech!
Sorry, my teacher asked me a question too.
Okay, you could do what you got to do. But, like, these are the things I'm talking about of all of us, like, kind of coming together and doing that. That's why I got to give, like, the creators of GFC, Talk About Dapster, and the guys from AOG such props of being able to constant search for finding people who just want to share you. Because I feel like all of them recognize, okay, we're all one group. We're all one group of people. Let's go, who are trying to reflect Christ. Let's go ahead and do that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think it's like someone I saw last night. This was so much fun, too. They probably did, like, it was kind of similar to what Deldado did not too long ago. We're like, all right, we're going to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but the chat is voting on all my answers. Let's see how we do that. Like, I don't, I know it sounds dumb, but I couldn't come up with that. Like, call me weird. Yeah, Del Dude. Jeopardy, yeah.
Jeopardy.
Let's talk, like, there's one right there. That was such a fun stream right there. So, like, and this is kind of another topic I wanted to bring up there. This is why one of my favorite things to do, we've all done it, collab streams. Oh, wait, she's doing homework. Give her a minute.
Yeah.
Give her a minute. This is important. She has to do it. She has to do it. She has to do
Okay, sorry.
it. Okay.
What?
So this is what kind of led me to one of my favorite things to do because of this exact thing is collaboration streams. Like, I love doing collab streams. So before I go into
So
DG, why do you like to do that? Let's talk about that. Why do you love to do collab streams?
It's so much fun. It's just, you can connect two communities together and people can get to know each other. Plus, people from the other community can get to know you and people from your community can get to know the other person. And it's just great. You can help each other out truly and it's just so much fun.
Yeah, I agree. It kind of goes back to what we're saying. We're all collabs, okay? Collars are always fun. I mean, I like getting collars for Willie, but anywho, collab. Okay, we got you, man. So Dapster had a typo there.
Yes.
Yeah, Dapster had a typo. So I personally, because like exactly what we're talking about, I love doing collab streams because it's like, okay, my weaknesses as a streamer, this person could be their strengths. That's something that they could do that I cannot do. And that's something I love personally, like I said, because I feel like, okay, when two powers combined, we get Captain Planet, which in other words, we get, when two people curling it and we're all focusing on Christ, the things that could happen, those are the things, oh my gosh. Oh, okay, I was reading what's going on. I saw it as he put, I was like, what is going on over here? I was like, guys, what is going on? Like, this is some nuts stuff.
Better watch that clip.
Huh? Watch
I sent a clip.
Oh no! All right, let's see what this is.
Uh-oh, clip missing. What? I just watched the thing. Hold up, let me find it again.
It's loading up. Never mind.
No, it's just missing. Yeah.
It's all good. No worries about that. So,
I'm gonna try to find it, but it's like literally the definition of what to do with a kid. Just say random things.
Oh no. Well, anywho, we'll move on. Good try. Oof.
No, I'm showing you.
So speaking of collab streams, when things go wrong, they could cover up for you like this. They could be like, well, that just happened. So I'm going to go ahead and tell a funny story while this streamer is trying to get their stuff working.
Yeah.
Yeah, like me almost overflowing my coffee this morning. Or last night, when I was getting ready for yesterday's stream, my neighbor's puppy, my neighbor got a new puppy, tried to run in and follow me, and I'm like, I'm
There
about
you
to
go.
have a not potty trained dog in my house. That's scary.
Yes. That do be.
All right, let's see what we got here. What's this clip here? I'm curious.
I got it.
What the heck?
I got it.
Why the bark?
Cause why not?
You know, the thing is, you actually sounded like a dog there. Like, if I didn't know better, you actually sounded like a puppy. I was like, yeah, that's an art right there. That is an art.
I got the art. I should be called backup dog.
Speaking of skills that we have that others do not.
Bark.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's how you make a kid laugh. Just bark while playing football and then they laugh. Just do random things, dude.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Funny.
That's not something I can do. This is once again speaking of skills that we all have that others do not. Yeah, see, she could just drop that.
I was saying bark and make me look back and look for a dog. Dude, Austin will bark like it's nothing.
I had a friend who could bark. I had a friend who could bark, except his bark was like a pit bull bark. Like it sounded like.
Yeah.
And I remember he did it in a classroom, and all of us were like, "What the crap? Like, what is going on?" Uncle Ed said you changed your name to DJ Puppy.
Dude, I had a classmate that could moo, like a cow. Like he would go like this with his nose and then move, and it was like so weird.
I have
and,
one
like,
that could.
Class.
I had one that could beat that. This is one that could beat that. So I had a former student who she would make oink noises and would do it randomly and play around like, oh, there's a pig around here or something like that. She would do that, and then I found out later she's actually Tourette's, and that's what her Tourette's does.
That's funny. That's great. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 way.
Oh yeah.
To like
talk about it.
That's hilarious.
No, she learned to embrace it. Honestly, she was such an inspiration for people. She just learned how to embrace
That's great.
that. And
That's
you know,
awesome.
speaking of like skills that people do, and I think that's kind of the thing that we forget about is that like God has a way of giving us things, or in some cases what we'd view as like a condition, and she would embrace that, and she would pour into others with that. Like other kids who had Tourette's, that's what she would do. She'd be like, hey, look, God made me this way, but I could still do things. Especially she had the physical one. She would sometimes twitch at things like that.
Yeah.
And she still led worship every Wednesday and Sunday. I was like, dude, like look at this kid go. Oh yeah, she's the best. Like it was awesome to kind of watch her do her thing.
Don't call her a kid though.
Huh?
Don't call her a kid though.
I call her a kid. She's your age, so.
Don't call me a kid.
I call everybody kid.
I'm not a kid.
Uncle is like, ooh, I can moo. That's exact. I could moo. Look at that. Look at that stuff right there, man.
I can moo as well.
Yeah, I wish I could moo. I
cannot moo. I can bark.
Baby goats. What about that? Did you just bark again?
Yeah.
This is not where I saw this stream going. Animal noises. That is not where I saw this stream going, dude. Well,
I can also go like.
Okay, that I've heard that one. You've done that one before. Well, you're about to break your microphone if you keep that up.
It breaks like I'm trying to break like glass, but it just breaks the microphone.
I know, right? So this is not where I thought we'd go when I said talk about the skills, the things that we all have. I did not think it would be DJPera listing her funny noises she could make.
Funny noise. How funny.
Yeah.
I can go like this. I can also do this. Look.
Don't ever do that again.
Why not?
That's weird. That is weird. So moving on to some of the yeah, so
No,
DJ
like that?
yeah, just moving on. So like God, that is so weird. I cannot focus.
I can also dislocate my shoulder and pop it back in. It's weird. Like if
yeah,
you have your hand here, you're like,
I have a friend who can do that as well. That's not that weird to me.
Yeah.
I have a friend who can do that.
It's weird.
So anywho, so back to collab streams. We're talking about why, like what, like we're talking about combining communities and all these sorts of things. This is why I love like when I see people do charity streams. Like, you know what? I'm gonna do a charity stream, but we're gonna bring everybody I know in on this charity stream to play with me. DJ Weirdo. I'm gonna start calling you that from now on. Like,
why?
Oh yeah, especially because of like one of the funniest things we talk about a lot. We're talking about community and why that's important. We're talking about seeing the fellowship of it. And one thing I love when I see like the collab streams more than anything, if you see like for one, let's talk about the pros and cons. The biggest con is that you might take chat might take like a backseat for a little bit because you're interacting with all these dudes. Like I'm gonna be honest, like when I'm playing Overwatch with the squad, there's a good chance I might miss a couple things in chat because I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm talking to Dapster, I'm talking to Kim, I'm talking to Shades, I'm talking to Joshi. I'm like, all right, we gotta hold this spot here. Hang on, go using all these things. Like we're going, but here's the as an audience member, as a viewer, that's so much fun to see that, especially because we're all messing around. Like there's a great moment, Dapster. That's what I'm talking about.
It's so fun to like just ignore the point of the game and start doing random. Like it's so much. Like Jay and I were playing this escape simulator thing where it's like an escape room. I was bottle flipping, dude. I was not even.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't even doing the puzzle. I was bottle flipping.
I was about to dog on you for a minute because I remember when you and I were playing Fortnite with Tristan, you got the snowman, and you were just like, okay. You were like getting in my camera shot, making sure, like, no, I'm gonna make sure everybody sees this snowman here. Like that's fun. Or like my personal favorite when I was playing Overwatch with Dabster and Ben, and for the first time ever, it was Benny Webb and Jay Delgado with us, and Benny Webb was naming these techniques that we had never. Yeah, he starts going, all right, help me hook and cook, and me and like Jay were like, what? What are you saying? And the whole match.
He's upside down, that's why.
Yeah, well, like, it turns out it was a common thing. We never heard of it. The whole match was me and Delgado dogging on Benny. We're just dogging on him because, like, what are you saying? Like, what does this mean? I have never heard this before. And we're, like, trying to hold in laughter because we never heard this phrase, hook and cook. And, like, the game is out of whack. And at one point, he's all like, you know what it means? It means you put it in the oven for 350. And I'm like, bro, that's not hook and cook. That's baking. Like, hold on. And Dave's like, dude, that's confusing. Like, it got so out of hand. Like, it got so out of hand. You just see all three of us yelling at each other. It's on my Instagram. Y'all could check it out. It was, like, one of the, like, and stuff like that is ridiculous.
No, my personal favorite is when, Tristan and I landed Ocean.
Oh my gosh. That's right. Y'all did that. I think it was me and Dabster.
Ocean, and then when we finally met up with you guys, I remember Sticks said something about me being a kid or something like that.
No, yeah, Sticks, that's right.
I was like up in a hill, and Sticks was like down here. And there was a tree. And I just tell Sticks, like, you know what, Sticks? Stay right there. And I, like knock down the tree, and the tree just goes like that and falls on top of him. And Tristan absolutely lost it. Like, he was the only one that witnessed it. It was hilarious.
Those are the things that
tree bonk.
Oh yeah, and I love streams like that because viewers kind of get to see like what we're doing, you know. And I think the most important part, you can see some good, clean family fun, like good quality content there. But those are like hilarious moments. Like one I still talk about to this day was watching Redeem J and a bunch of his buddies play Red Dead, and I think Shadeless crashed the stream, and Shadeless like, man, I can't buy Red Dead. So Redeem J immediately goes to his Just Chatting stream and does like the whole like public service announcement of like that like Sarah McLaughlin does for the ASPCA, where he's all like, what? Sometimes did you not hear any of the story I was saying?
No, I heard the story. I just don't know who that is.
Oh, well, basically it's really big here in the States of these ASPCA commercials, or these like public movements where it's all like, sometimes deeks could be difficult. Sometimes your fellow man needs a little bit of help. If you donate for this simple small amount on a monthly fee, you could help this many people. So Redeem J immediately turns it into like, sometimes life is hard, and sometimes you just want to help a beautiful black man live out his dream of shooting outlaws and riding bandits in a virtual world known as the Wild Wild West. For $10 today, help Shadeless live out his dream and buy Red Dead Online. Act now, or something ridiculous like that. And all of us were like, did you just do that? Like, it was so funny watching it. And like all the guys, like, and the funny part is all the guys in his stream with them were like, what did you do? They started playing along with it. Like, one dude's like, I feel like I just need to give this man $10. Like, it is like some of the most ridiculous things you see. Oh man. And you know, I love this conversation. I love all these conversations, but it's funny to me because I didn't expect to start talking about like all the funny things we're seeing in other people's streams. I knew we were going to talk about like the different like gifts that we all have and how we offer it to them. But, like, I didn't expect us, like, hey, let's go down memory lane of the last year or two of streaming. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fun stuff indeed. Oh, yeah. It's I don't know why I made that face. I just did it for no apparent reason, in all honesty.
Face.
It's weird. Yeah. So one thing I love about like this whole thing of like the different skill set we do is this is a big one here. Let's talk about game selection because of course I feel like a big chunk of what we do as that is like when it comes to I see you're trying to do and it's working. Uh, a lot of it has to do with the games we play. Like that's kind of the biggest skill set. It's not so much like the skills or gifts that we have. Yes, the gifts are a thing, but it's like let's be honest. Like we all play different games. Yeah, we all play like the generic. We all play Fortnite because everybody plays Fortnite. Most of us play
Fortnite. We like Fortnite.
Yeah, most of us play Rocket League, but when you look at it, everybody else is kind of in their own world when it comes to games. Like, let's think about, like, well, I'm the odd one out of the bunch here. We all know I play, like, nothing but, like, scary, creepy things because I'm a weird adult who beat Little Nightmares 2 last night, so now I gotta find a new one.
Man.
I know, but I beat Little Nightmares 2, so now I gotta find a new game.
Grandpa.
I wish I was retired. Dang. That ain't happening in my lifetime, but that's okay. Yeah, but let's talk about that because I know, and you play a lot of Rocket League. Like, I think I probably see you play Rocket League more than anything else.
Well, I go through stages. It's like sometimes I feel like playing Fortnite more than Rocket League. Sometimes I feel like playing Rocket League more. Right now, I'm going through more of a Rocket League phase, mainly because Fortnite's full of sweats right now, and I just don't want to, like, deal with that. It's pretty annoying.
Full of
I just
what?
want to chill, bro.
It's full of what?
Sweats.
Sweats. Enlighten me.
People that, like... What is it called? Hold up. I'm gonna translate real quick. I'm gonna translate my joke, so otherwise it's not gonna work. You know, like, what a Taj Mahal is?
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, it's like kids that in Fortnite, like, if you shoot them once, they just build full-on Taj Mahals, dude, and they just go full-on high ground.
Oh, them.
Yeah,
I've seen those. Yeah, I've seen those. Gotcha. I get you. Now I get you loud and clear. Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't know how to pronounce it in English, so I went to Google Translate. I pressed.
Nah, you're good.
I'm in an interview.
It's not an interview.
Playing English.
Yeah, it's not an interview. Anywho, so Dabster says, I feel that, dude. I play a lot of games to keep, then move on to the next one. I try keeping a variety nowadays so I don't burn out. So play no build. That's what Ezzy's trying to say.
I don't like a no build. I like building.
So right now I have a problem where I started a lot of games, but I haven't finished any of them. Like I think Little Nightmares is the only one I finished. I still have to finish Resident Evil 8. I still got to finish Jedi Fallen Order because I played that the other day. Like these are the things. Like I think that's what we love is that when you look at like the AOG thing, you see a lot of different like you don't see the same game hardly ever. Right? Minus the big three, Fortnite or big two, Fortnite and Rocket League. You see a lot of different games. Like you hardly ever see anything different. Like you'll see Roblox one day, or you'll see Sea of Thieves, or you'll see I don't know Halo a lot. Lately I see a lot more Halo. Lately, that's for some reason that's on the rise for some odd reason. So there's you see so many different like games out there. But like personally, I know Dabster says he likes to do it to avoid burnout. So why do you change games up, DJ? Why do you do that?
Because I just enjoy playing a variety of games, and I feel like it's always fun having like at least one story-based game. Like the other day, I played Shotgun King, which is like chess, but you have a shotgun and you,
Well then,
it was pretty fun, and recently someone in my chat actually, it just thinks that chat wants to watch. Like someone in my chat was like, "Hey, you should play Skitter XL." And then they just bought me the game. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm playing Skitter XL. You know what I mean? Like, it's just fun having a variety, having, like, different games that you play, because it attracts, first of all, it attracts more people, and, like, people that like different things, and then they can get to know each other, and then they'll hopefully make a friendship, and you can, like help people make more friends, and you have, like, more people around. It's fun.
Do you, like, so this is going to be probably the more technical, like, question here. So, like, do you have a strategy when it comes to like selecting certain games, especially like for evangelistic purposes? You can say no, it's fine. I do. That's just me. I was curious. Let's see.
Anyways,
we got a couple
again,
people.
What was the question?
Wow.
Sorry,
So, do you have a strategy when it comes to selecting games? When it comes to interacting with people specifically, like, do you have anything like that that you purposely do? Like, you could say no, it's fine. It's not like a
No, not
ooh
really.
question.
I just mainly do it like, hey, this game looks fun. Let's play it.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair because
And then we
I
play
do
it.
I do personally because yeah, it's no secret. I play a lot of horror games. One because of like I like horror games. I think they're fun. I think it's fun to get like a really good jump scare here and there. Like those are things I enjoy. And then like when you conquer it, you're like, I have done it. Like it's like the Dark Souls feeling. But another reason I do, and this is just me, is one of my buddies pointed it out, is that I have a really, not a bad habit, a good habit of when I get freaked out, I start sharing the gospel. Like I immediately start like
Yeah.
doing the whole Jesus thing. And that's
Yeah.
my way of kind of planting seeds. You can call that whatever you want to. That's just me. And I have the mindset of like, hey, look, like if you're gonna come and tune into my channel, that's what you're gonna see. Like very open about
Yeah.
my faith as a believer. If you don't like it, there's 100 other people playing the same game I am. But like that's what I do. Like it's something I've tried to make a habit out of myself. And that's why I do this, because let's be honest here, a lot of people who watch scary games, some of them are, I'm sure there are, but some of them, like, they're not normally believers. That's just true. A lot of believers, for some reason, don't like creepy things. Don't ask me why. So we got Dapster says, I try to keep consistency, but also do variety. So pretty much what I'm feeling that day is planting seeds. Okay, gotcha. Uncle Leslie says, I go for games that have content that wouldn't contract from the gospel that I'm trying to spread. There we go. I think it's a great way to put it.
I do have like a line that I don't cross. Like I don't. It's just personal preference. Like I wouldn't like judge someone if they play the game. For example, Phasmophobia. That's a game that I just don't play for personal preference. And just games like that, I don't really like play them. But if it's like a weird, creepy vibe, I enjoy it.
For me, it depends on the game. Like I deep dive every single game.
It truly does depend on the game.
Like I mean, this is where like I sometimes feel like my content could be kind of controversial as a content creator because I do like watch a lot of creepy stuff. Like that's true, I do. And I love doing scary games. That's me. I believe that's I feel like that's what God kind of allows me to do in this moment. And somebody's gonna be like, well, hold on. If you're a Christian, this is bad. This isn't good. Like, well, for one, we got to look at like the finer line here. Like, I believe this is just me. Feel free to disagree with me, everybody. Now, watch, I'm gonna lose like 150 followers, all 150 right now. So, I believe personally, like when I do the creepy game, I should ask questions. Number one, you as the protagonist or the player, are you promoting something not good in that? Like, are you promoting, like, let's say in the ghost or haunted games, are you promoting dark forces? Or are you trying to escape? Or are you trying to run away? Like, these are the questions. I think that's the thing we got to ask, is those questions. Like, what are you trying to do with that? So, let's see what we got here. The cutoff for me is that if it's, like, demonic or satanic stuff or sexually explicit, I agree. Like, I'm going to dog on a game, for example, and feel free to disagree. This is your guys' choice. I will take this to my grave. I do not like to play Grand Theft Auto. I do not. I can't stand the game, in all honesty. I really don't like it. I think the message it conveys of, like, if you're a criminal, you get to rise up the world. I don't like that. It's not attractive to me. It's not fun. I think that openly plays the wrong message. And that's what I mean by promoting. That's really what I mean by that. So, like, that's kind of, like, what I mean. If you know what I mean. What do you think about? You can even talk about that game if you want to.
Fun fact, I played the Grand Theft Auto since I was like maybe 8 years old.
Oh no, I me too. I have 4. Oh yeah,
I have like all of the above. But I just don't play it anymore, mainly because of what you said. I completely agree. However, if like someone else plays it, I'm not gonna like judge them or anything. I feel like that's truly like personal based, like.
No, I agree. It's personal
like,
conviction.
if it leads you to sin, then probably shouldn't. But if it doesn't, then I don't like. I can't judge. It's just like a personal decision.
Yeah, I think that's a great point to put at. That if it leads you to sin. Like for example, I do said 1,000 times. I like a lot of scary games. One of my favorite games I played is Visage. But you ain't gonna see me go looking for ghosts in a haunted house. Like I ain't gonna do that. No, sorry. Like that is no. You could not pay me enough to do that. I ain't doing that. Like not about that life, yo. Like I am very content with playing pretend on my computer at home. Like that's where it is. Like I feel like that just takes a little bit of wisdom more than anything. Like, I really do. Like,
Yeah.
it's like watching UFC, which, I mean, I'm not talking to anyone who does that kind of thing. Like, just because I love UFC doesn't mean I'm going to try to put my buddy in a triangle hold. Like, I'm not going to try that, or vice versa. So I think that's kind of the decision we have to make. I was watching another streamer, and it's another good Christian streamer, a small local one, but that was some they're very, and I think you got to look up the impact of what those choices make when you do these kind of things. And this is where, as believers, we kind of have to be a little bit ready. Because, and I think right now, I think everybody in the chat, everyone talking about it right now, kind of agreeing, we're all kind of having our heads straight here when it comes to this kind of thing. It's like, okay, well, if you're saying this here, well, then what about here? Like, that's a famous one. We've all been there. Like, hold on. If you're a Christian streamer but don't like this, but you're doing it here, but then what about when you do this behavior over here? I think, number one, we need to acknowledge it's a video game. Like, let's all calm down. Like,
Yeah.
it's a video game. Unless you're promoting, like I said, or promoting something like that, like any type of game that, like, literally, like, ooh, you're the demon going through, like, the underworld, doing this thing. No, you ain't gonna see me play that because that's just not attractive and not cool to me. Like, I don't believe that, and I feel like it's not loyal to my God. Oh, yeah, and that's a personal conviction. Some people would strongly disagree. I saw one where, and I felt so bad for the streamer because they were really put in the hot seat, and it was obvious to them they didn't really have a good answer. And, nothing against them. They were doing a great job.
Yeah.
But it was more they were talking about, well, I don't like to play games that have magic. I don't like to play games that have anything to do with magic because I believe that spells are a real thing and they have this impact. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. That happens. I get that. But then someone said, well, what about killing? Immediately, like, you're playing Valorant. Or no, they're playing Apex. What about killing then? Like, you're playing this game where killing is, but you won't play a game with magic. That balance doesn't exactly work. Like, have you ever experienced that before?
Like someone asking me that?
Yeah, where they're trying to take the offensive, like, hold on, but you're doing this. What about this?
I have not. I have had people, like, ask questions and stuff and then leave at the answer.
That's
no,
true.
I have not.
Yeah, Uncle Ezzy put up there, I think about 1 Thessalonians 5:22, abstain from every form of evil. It could be taken in a few different directions. I agree. I think that's the good. Personally, I think this particular viewer attacking this streamer was, like, I choose that word carefully. They were attacking. They weren't being nice. I feel like they were just purposely trying to make her look bad. In all honesty, I really believe that. And I felt really bad for that she was in the hot seat there. But I think that's something that we should kind of, like, take into consideration there. I've had it once. Actually, I think you were there for that when someone was actually tried to, hold on, but if you do this, what about this? Like, that guy was being a troll, though. Like, I will never forget him for as long as I live. So, I don't know. I don't know if you've had those experiences or your thoughts behind it or stuff like that. Man, we really went down. We were talking about how we all have different tastes and joys and strategies in gaming. And then, like, it went down to, like, well, what about this thing? I don't know. And now I feel like I don't think it's a bad thing we went down the route of justifying game choices. But personally, at the end of the day, it's like, I think we all need to take a breath. Can I get an amen, chat, when we say, look, it's just a video game. Let's all calm down.
Yes.
I think we got to remember at the end of the day, it's all gaming. Like, yes, we do it for our own purposes, but at the end of the day, it's all gaming. Like, we're Christians, but we're still people at the end of the day. And, like, this is something I had to swallow this pill. But if, let's say, some of these scary games really are not good, and, like, when I meet Jesus one day, he's like, bruh, Visage? What were you thinking? Come on, dude. Then I'll be like, my bad. My bad, yo. Sorry. Are you paying attention in school again?
Yeah, sorry.
No, dude, don't apologize. It's school. Like, that's important. Like, I get it.
No, it isn't. I'm just, getting my answer ready for when she asks, because I know she's going to ask me.
I gotcha. Well, we kind of went through, we talked about a lot of different things that we all offer as Christian streamers. We talked about from game choices, skills we have, the spiritual gifts God has given us, whether it's, like, connecting people, fellowship, interacting with chat, or just being ridiculously funny, or even just doing doing consecutive collab strings, playing with the homies. Like, that's what I call that, playing with the homies. I think, like, the best person who does that is definitely, like, Sticks to You, or as we know him as Ben. He's a prime example of, like, a dude who's like, nah, play with me. Like, I don't think I've ever seen him stream a game where he's not playing with people. And I think that's more power to him. He's just a really cool, funny guy.
Yeah, it's cool.
So, oh, yeah, definitely. I don't know if any of you guys have any closing words to say. DJ, if you have any closing words to say, because I know I can tell we're kind of veering close to the end there. Oh, there you go. Yeah, definitely check out Sticks to You. Yeah, so I don't know if you have any closing words to say or anything about that, DJ.
No, we good.
That's it. Just nope. Nothing at all. Nothing. Not even another dog bark or anything. I thought you'd have something. I don't know why. I thought you'd have something for sure. So awesome. Well, guess it's about that time. We gotta find someone to raid. Don't you think?